I'm here in Medjugorje and I'm with, what's your name?
Anne-Marie Nunn.
Where are you from?
I'm from London.
From London, UK.
Yes.
And you said you came
In 1988.
the first time. Why
Yes.
did you come? What did you think when you heard about Medjugorje?
Well, I lost everything. I had maybe only £500 left. I lent a lot of money to someone. To get it back was another problem. I was going out with a man and he had two mothers. They were both pulling him. I felt like I was the third one. And so nothing was working
In your life?
in my life properly, and so no matter what I did, nothing was working. And I met a woman in church, older woman, and she said to me, have you heard of Medjugorje? I said, no. She said, Our Lady's appearing there and it's beautiful, I've been there. So I said, oh, that sounds very good, because I always believed in these Marian shrines, And so I formed a group of 10, my mother and 2 aunts and cousins and friends, couple of friends, and we came here in October 1988.
How did it look at the time? It must have been very different from
It
now.
was very, very, they were very poor, and they didn't have the things that they have got now. They were very poor people and very welcoming. And it was, although it was like that, there was such peace and love. It was just amazing coming here. I was desperate to ask Our Lady. I asked her like a mother, Mother, I want you to show me peace. I want peace, because in my life there's no peace at home. Everywhere I go, nobody, it's all wanting to fight, or, enemies, and I couldn't understand for little things. There was, So I prayed for peace everywhere, all that I asked her. And I also, when I came here, I seen her appearing to the visionaries. It was so exciting. And one thing I asked her also is, I'd rather be wise than a fool,
Like Solomon?
because I felt, and I wanted to know why we were all separated. Please give me the answers. And also I had this man I was going with, and all the problems. And I said, Mother, I went to the apparition hill, and I put his picture up there. And I said, Mother, if this man is meant for me, show me straight away. I don't want mucking about, Mother, because when I go back, I want it. If he's no good for me, let it go. And if he's meant for me, let it be. And as I was leaving Medjugorje, I started crying, because I just wanted to stay here. I had lots to go for. I cried, and as we were leaving, I felt Mother's, some spark in my heart. That she sparked my heart. And as we were going on the coach, I seen the sun turned into a big cross, and the cross behind it was like burgundy red. And I didn't realize what it meant, but all these crosses came to me. As I went back to London, things started happening, and I got married in the February of the next year, but I conceived on one occasion my son, because of Our Lady, because the 2 mothers were pulling, and she came to break the control strings. So I then got married in February, and my son was born in July. Yeah.
You got the answer.
Yes, I got the answer. And then when my mother was dying in 1995, I was given the gift of wisdom. I experienced the Holy Spirit for 40 days, because I said to her, I'd rather be wise. And I remember crying my eyes out because my mum, she was a friend, a mother, a sister. She was everything, and I had nobody else to turn to, so I turned to the Lord. And He showed me His love, that He showed me this love that no human being could give, in my soul. And I cried and I cried, and I started feeling the fear of God as well. I knew I sinned, my sins hurt God and each other, and so He brought me to understanding that He loves me first. And He knows me, and He knows everything that I've been through. Other people don't follow me, but He does. And yes, and I experienced also the devil. The devil came through me to the phone, and why are you stopping your mother from joining your sister's religion? And Jesus spoke to me through my soul, because the mother loves all her children. And my girls were only 1.5. They jumped out of the bed and started clapping and saying to me to sing hymns when that happened. And they jumped on the bed and started saying, Jesus is light. And they were 1.5 years. So that was sort of, for me, it was really... So I've experienced many miracles. Even when I went from Medjugorje to London, my husband went to collect something, and someone threw a big skip out. And in that skip, they threw crosses, 2 crosses. Someone just handed me one first. And I said, how can this be? How can someone throw a cross? And then he handed me another cross, which was luminous. And it's only when I was given the gift of wisdom that I understood the 2 crosses, So one was the handout, and the other one was luminous. Yeah.
And what would you tell people? What is so special here about Medjugorje?
Special is Our Lady's here. She waits for her children to turn to her, and she then shows them her son, Jesus, through going for confession, for healing of the soul, and bringing people back to her son to lead quiet and holy lives, and to bring peace in families, because there's no peace without God. There's no peace. We all make war. If we don't go for confession, we don't know who to turn to. So when we are angry, we take it out on each other. But if we don't keep anger overnight, before the night is over, you go for confession, then you can heal, So that's what I found. Now, no matter how much people make me angry, I always go for confession to not keep anything in my soul. So I'm always at peace. And then I pray for others. Because why? Prayer for people who persecute you. Pray for those who, pray for your persecutors and bless those who curse you. You know what I mean? So you have to be always calm and patient, because God was patient with me, and now I have to be patient with others. Yes.
So you sign.
Yeah.
And you pray the rosary?
Yes, I go to church every morning, and I do the rosary for everybody. Yes, I pray for everybody. Also those who have hurt me very much so, or wounded had wounded me. Now He's given me the love to pray for them.
I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
And what would you tell people? What is the beauty of confession? If they are scared, what would you tell
but
them?
like,
Some people are scared.
I'm very much into Padre Pio, because he's the one who, when I went into hospital with COVID last year, a day before I went in there, Padre Pio already gave me the way of the cross and tribute to Mary. And so Padre Pio is he is one who is about confession, about healing, about going to heal our souls,
Yes.
So that's the more important, because otherwise our souls become hardened and also unforgiving and bruised, and Jesus suffers in our souls. His suffering is in our souls, might be bodily bruises and all that are his as well, but the soul is where Jesus suffers.
That we connect with Jesus through suffering.
Yes,
huh?
yeah. So we
Beautiful.
connect. So when he takes that suffering away and that pain, that woundedness, you find yourself in a calm, and then he shows you his love often. He gives you that inner love. Yeah, even if someone doesn't love you, you know he loves you, and you're calm.
So
Yeah.
beautiful, give me goosebumps.
Yeah.
And what would you tell people, how should they, because a lot of people look for their partner for life,
Yeah.
what would you tell them as an advice?
Pray for one.
Pray for one, as you did, no?
Yeah, I prayed for a good man. I always said I wanted an honest man, and God gave him. I'll tell you how he did. I finished off, broken off with my first boyfriend after 4.5 years, and I wasn't looking for anyone, and I met my husband through praying and telling Jesus, I'm not looking for, no, I'm not telling myself really, I'm not looking for anyone now, I have to find him at the door. And do you know what? I found him at the door. Yes, I found him at the door. So that was God's work. And many things that I've say in my soul, it comes sometimes true, you tell him and then he listens and he knows.
It's written in the Bible.
Yeah.
I delight in giving you the delights of your heart, no?
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm praying for the conversion of my family, because when they go to university and all, they're taught all sorts of things except the commandments. And
I pray with you here.
And God showed me that he left the commandments in every soul, but people have drifted away from those commandments, and now it's all about outward things and money, and so it's to bring us back to confession and to bring us back to the commandments.
Beautiful. Thank you for this beautiful interview.
Yeah, thank you very much.